Hey everyone, in this video what we're going to do is we're going to produce a song using an emotion generator. So let me show you. So here we have our random emotion generator. It's something that you can just find at Google, and what we're going to do here is we're going to get two emotions. We're going to get these two emotions and we're going to create a production which has 16 bars of the first emotion, 16 bars of the second emotion, and 16 bars of those two emotions combined. So the way we're going to go about this is we're going to use rhythm, we're going to use character and ambience to try to evoke those emotions. So let's give it a try. And let's see what we get here. Sadness and hatred. It's interesting because we can use the sadness to make it build into hatred. So I think those two emotions are going to combine pretty well. So let's see. Okay, I like how this sound. For some reason, I am picturing it like, yeah, like pretty big, pretty roomy drums. That's what I feel is going to carry the emotion here. But I'm thinking like a slow rock song, pretty stripped down, not a lot of density in the boom band. Arpeggiating guitars, maybe a little piano always contributes to the sadness. And then the next 16 bars are going in the hatred. We can have a lot of fun there, like using electric guitars and digging in. So let's try that. Let's go first for slow tempo. How about 70? Maybe 60, even. Yeah, that's pretty slow. Let's start with piano. Let's try Addictive Keys. I mean, it's pretty cliche, but I don't care about that. This is a production exercise. I'm not going to spend a lot of time working on a chord progression to make it as interesting as possible. If I'm trying to do a song for a client or for myself, then I will think about the chord progression a little bit deeper. But for this particular use, I'm just going to stick with that. So let's see. 2, 3, 4. So okay, so we have our 16 bars here. Maybe we are going to change this later, but for now it's pretty good. Okay, let's try a guitar, an arpeggiating guitar. Okay, that's pretty okay. So what else? Can we add something percussive? I'm also thinking like high-pitched sound working as kind of an ambience. Let's try something. You know what I like? I like playing an E and an F, which are a semitone apart. So that's one of the nastiest tensions you can have. But because I'm going to do them up here, and I'm going to have them at a pretty low level, then it's not going to be too intrusive. and it's going to generate a little discomfort, which is what I want. Okay, so we just record that and we just edit it because it's easier. I realized that these guitars, they sounded okay when I first recorded them, but if you watch the if you listen to the transition here, I mean, it sounds pretty cool to me, but it's not the feeling that I want to create. It's a little too fast for me. So let's try to find something else for the guitars to do. Okay, that's pretty okay. We can try to edit the guitars to be a little bit more in sync, but we're not going to bother too much about that. We want to keep moving. You know what I'm thinking? This could be cool. We could add a little like wind, like a wind sound. So, so this might be too much. So let's just delete that. So we have this. Let's put it about here and pretty low in volume. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm thinking that if this wind is too low, then it sounds just like noise. So we might need to have it a little higher in volume, and we might need to automate the volume. We can do that later. Okay, so what else can we add? And I want something percussive. I just can't decide exactly what. I'm thinking something like a low hit every 4 bars. That's an option. I'm thinking chains for some reason. That might be interesting. Let's try those low hits. Okay, and I'm going to go through and use those chains that I was talking about. So here we go. You know what I'm picturing is someone like a slave, you know, with that has the chains on his ankles or her ankles, and he's just dragging them, and you can hear the chains dragging against the floor. That's the feeling I'm going for, and these sounds are like a little too continuous, so I'm not finding what I'm looking for. Man, if I had a little time, I would just get a chain and record it myself. I used to work in film, so I used to do these kind of things, like Foley recording. It's pretty fun, and it's usually faster than looking for something in a library like this one. You know, let's just use this and see how it feels. Let's try this. I'm just going to drag this here and see if it fits. What we're going to do to make it this work is add a little reverb to erase weirdness. I know you love the way I explain things. I'm such an explainer. So maybe we can find like 4 of these. Okay, I like this. Okay, and with this one, we have enough, I think. And now we can just get them here and see how they feel. Like I said, guys, I'm not thinking too much, just doing things and feeling them out. If I don't like them, I can always change them. But if you don't have anything, then you can't change expletive. In fact, we can even use a little delay, I think. Let's see. At this point, I think things are moving for sure. But I think I'm going to go take a walk and see if some ideas come into my mind so I can just move quickly. Now I think I'm just throwing things at the wall and see what sticks. And I just want to be a little more purposeful with it. So I'm gonna go take a walk and see what we can do after that. See you in a bit. I got in, I pressed record, and I got out again, and then I came in so that I could film this. How pathetic is that? So I just got a treat, something sweet, to go with my coffee, and then we're going to keep going with this production. Let's do it. So I had a few ideas of what we could do here. The first one was to have a cello doing like a melody. When we think of sadness, well, you can't go wrong with a cello, right? So let's try that and we'll see. Okay, I like that. Let's go from here to here, the hair, and change the order. See what happens now. First we need a note. This might even come up a little bit. These are very low. We might stack them with something else. Let's try some taiko, which are a little higher in character. You see what I mean? Thinking maybe something with the toms. Okay, I like this. You know, I'd like a better wind. This just sounds like noise. It's very hard to really appreciate it for what it is. So I'm just gonna mute it for now, and maybe later I'm going to find a better sound effect for it. Okay, I think we need a change in the cello because this is where the hatred will start. So I think the cello needs to. We might even have to change the chord. Oh, that would be a. I don't want to do that. I don't have the energy. But I think the cello needs to. Yeah, but we should. We should change the chord. Come on, man, it's not that hard. Okay, first let's think which chord actually. Because if the hatred is going to start, I think that this chord needs to, how do you say it? Yeah, needs to welcome it in some way. Like you would say, I really should sleep more than 4 hours and not drink too much Jagermeister before doing these videos. But yeah, like a cadence, the chord before, like a tension generating chord, and then the hammer drops. That's what I want. So let's do it. Come on! So what the hell's going on here? This is too peaceful, you know what I mean? Instead of this, then a Phrygian, and we throw the hatred there. Okay, yeah, sure, let's try it. Why not? Why not, man? And this, we're going to do a little automation. Change smoothly from, I don't know where we are. Something like this? Yeah, maybe something like that. Let's try not to complicate it. That's the theme here. We need to change this chord. Let's tune it up! Never not tuned. I learned that the hard way. We need to do something with the drums. Just look for a feel. I'm not in the mood to program drums, to be honest with you. If I, like I said before, were to be doing this for a client, then that would be a different situation, and I would try to program as much as I could, because I want my drums to be my own, you know what I mean? But this is an exercise, so this is the main thing, is just expressing the emotions and not necessarily trying to be as original as possible. We're just working out here. Let's do it. You know that song? A little harder, man. Yeah, this is supposed to be a crescendo. So I want hard hitting goddamn drums. Hatred. Yeah, man, that's working. That's working for me. Might not be working for you. And now, yeah, you guessed it. The hatred. I was thinking maybe even changing the tempo and dropping like a metal goddamn riff. Let me think about it for a second. Okay, so I think I got something. Okay, that should be good enough. And if it isn't, well, that's too bad, bro. Go, just stay here the whole goddamn night recording these guitars. No, I think this is pretty okay. Good enough. I mean, could be worse. So, let's see. I think this can work, but it's going to require a lot of editing, I think. Okay, you know what? I'm going to edit this. Yeah, there's no other way around it. Okay, so we synced the guitars, we edit them, and they are hitting pretty much in time, but there's still like a lack of clarity because I'm not the greatest guitar player. So I think what I'm going to try is to have the riff being played by the bass in the fourth. It would be the second string on the bass, and then we're going to record the bassy part of the bass. I'm going to present to you my trusty Ibanez. I think we got it. I'm using the Sense app as a tribute to Warren Hewart. Thank you for everything you taught me, man. Okay, let's just use this. Okay, so now we're going to the crossface for all of these, and let's drop a metal beat. Do we have any metal groups? We should. If not, I'm slipping. Okay, I like this one. Okay, so let's see what this weird thing is going to be like. Okay, that's so crazy. So, man, it's 9:30 at night. I am out of energy, so, and this is trying to gel these two sections together. It's going to be a challenge, to say the least. So, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up for today and continue tomorrow and hopefully come up with something cool. I think it's pretty cool what we have until for now. Like, no plan B, first idea. We just gotta plow through it. That's the idea. To force ourselves to finish these kinds of exercises and take whatever knowledge and experience we can. So yeah. I hope you guys took something away and I'll see you tomorrow. How's it going, everyone? So it's been a couple of days since the last time that I recorded. So I wasn't feeling very with a lot of energy and my mood was a little down. But then I watched a couple of videos of producers. I don't remember the name of the guy. Let me just look for it. Trev Barnes. And he really inspired me to at least open the session and looked at it. I listened to it, did a couple of things, and I got my inspiration going. So I just said, let's record. I think that's a pretty good lesson there. So let me just show you what I did and we'll keep going. So I was feeling that these were two sections were very disconnected, the south part and the hatred part. So I just figured that I would move it for 4 bars here. And instead of dropping everything at once, I would just have this D string bass part here to be like an intro to the new part. And I think it works pretty well. So let's hear it. And I also put another drum pattern in the hatred section. I think it's working out pretty well. Let me show you. Anyways, so I think with a couple of adjustments, that's a tough word for me, and a feel before the drop, I think it's going to work pretty good. So first, let's look for a feel. So I think this one is going to work pretty well. Let's check it out. No, I didn't like it that much. There was another one that was pretty cool. Yeah, just not the... Oh, maybe the sticks. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's not overthink this. That's our motto. Just cut this. I don't want the sticks. Not too bad. So, what should we do here? Let's just add a lead guitar here. Okay, let's go with the nollie. This is the default, so let's get a lead tone here. Okay, how about the shredder? Okay, let's see what we can come up with. Not sure that was any good. That might be it though. Let's see. Yeah, that might be a little too raunchy. Let's try that part again. Okay, it's not too bad. So let's see how we can make this work. Okay, so how we go back to sadness now? How about we introduce the cello here? Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're going to double this part with the cello so that when the guitar goes out, we are left with the cello. Maybe here we can do another tempo change. Let's go to 80. So I'm thinking that what we could do is to keep the electric guitars there doing chords, doing heavy chords, but as they are slower and with the cello being the lead instrument, I think that can create a good blend between the sadness and the hatred. So let's try it. That doesn't seem too bad. We can double the guitars with the piano here, or we can do maybe angry piano. I think we have it. That's a loud ass piano, let me tell you that. Okay, first of all, let's add a fill. Maybe, which one was the one that I liked? So, we got it pretty close, I think. I'm out of energy, so I think I'm going to finish it tomorrow morning, most probably. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. See you tomorrow. What's up, you guys? No, that's not my energy. So how's it going? It has been several days, but I'm going back and I'm going to try to finish this track. This video is getting a little long, but I don't know. I need to refine the workflow and try to be faster, maybe. I guess I'll learn how to make these videos most useful with time. I'm planning on making a lot of these. So okay, my plan for right now will be go back to the song, listen to it from beginning to end, and try to take notes of what kind of things I'm missing and the things that I want to do in order to get this track finished. So let's try it. That last note there, that was funny. So this is the notes that I took. First of all, in the sadness part, I thought the drums were a little bit too clean. That's the kind of thing that you might think, oh, we should leave that to mixing, but I think we could do something about it. They're just, yeah, too pristine. Also, I would like to add some ambience when the D string from the bass is playing. So when the D string from the bass is playing alone between the two sections, I think there's something else is needed there. I'm not sure what, but we're going to find out. So next, I'm planning on adding some synths to the guitars, just to build a little bit of energy and yeah, maybe give it a different texture. Then there's gotta be like a feel or something that welcomes back the drums. Then I was thinking maybe to add a little variation to the cello melody, to add a counter melody with a viola. And also we need to finish the cello melody. So I need to decide in what order I'm going to do this, and I'm going to rate them by importance and go through it one by one and try to finish as efficiently as possible, which will be a challenge for me because I am quite of a slow producer. That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to get better. So let's go. First order of business, melody is king, so I'm going to try to finish the cello melody. Okay, so first let's record. Let's try to see the melody here. Okay, let's record this. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So this is, can I, no, this is done. Let's try to see how to reintroduce those drums. You know what, maybe if we introduce a viola counter melody, then I wouldn't feel this need of having drums or something else. So let's do that right now. Oh, I don't have solo viola? Then a violin. Violin. And let's make a counter melody. Third and last phrase. This was supposed to be an A. Let's make these notes become legato. Legato. Okay, so we are done with the viola counter melody. Now, feel to welcome back the drums. Let's see how these are feeling. I'm thinking of doing like a floor tom and another tom, just doing the classic feel. I don't know. It's like the flow. I'm not feeling it. It's like we need. I don't know why I am struggling with the idea that we need more time. It's like I don't want to wait. Let's just move this 4 bars. That's what we need. Might be a little too repetitive. We might have to find something else. And we never recorded a bass for this part. So this is not feeling as weird to me now. And also I don't think I like that drum loop there. But we're gonna leave that. No, let's not leave that. Let's do that right now. These are awesome. Let's put these two. Okay, let's record the bass. Let's tune this baby. Okay, let's see how that feels. Okay, let's edit this to hit kind of at the same time. The bass with the guitars. I should also do the guitars with each other. Yeah, let's do that first. Okay, let's make the fades, and that's it. So, bass is done. We can think about recording the D string of the bass. Let's try the D string thing and see how it feels. You know what? I'm going to do it with just a metronome. Okay, let's see if that adds or take away. Okay, add a synth to the guitars, that's done. Okay, from guitars 1 and 2, I'm going to take a little bit of 2000 away so that I can leave a little room for the lead guitar. Again, a lot of this could be done in the mix, but if I can do it in less than 30 seconds, I should do it. So the other thing I was thinking is that when we get the D string by themselves, maybe that's when we can have the wind. The thing is that it still sounded like noise. How this terrible wind noise. I'm about to bail on the wind noise. I just want something. Maybe a violin doing like a tremolo or something? Huh, I like that idea. It's not a tremolo, a trill is what I meant. God damn yeah! I think I'm liking this, guys. I think we're done. Yeah, I mean, I could keep working on this, but I think a better invested time would be to work on another one, generating two new emotions and doing another production. This is a numbers game, at least at the stage that I'm at. I'm thinking that for the next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to study particular genres and trying to be something, being a little closer to commercial music. Just training here. I'm just trying to be a better producer. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm not looking for perfection. This is, I think, 80% there. So that's what I'm going to leave it. I think my time is better invested in working on another one, another genre, studying new sounds, new combinations, new emotions. I think that's the thing that I'm looking for. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope you give a like, a subscribe. What we're going to do in this channel is we're going to do a lot of these kinds of exercises. I'm just documented my journey as a producer, as cliche as that may sound, but I want to get better and I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Maybe you can take something away with it. You can gain some entertainment value because of it. But I am also going to be studying, analyzing tracks. I'm going to be analyzing plugins. So if you're into that kind of thing, make sure to give a like, subscribe, give a comment. Remember to tell me what is it that you want to hear. If there's any kind of content you want me to make videos about, if was something that you didn't understand and you want me to explain, maybe music theory, whatever you can think of. If I can do something about it, maybe study it with what I know and explain it, I'll try to do that. And yeah, try to generate a community where we all can grow. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.